Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We're in alligator country for a very, very good reason, risking our lives for this vehicle right here. This is the all-new 2021 Genesis GV80. But before we get into their first ever midsize SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Genesis, this premium brand from Hyundai. Hyundai taking a page from Honda, Nissan, Toyota, and coming out with that premium level brand. Now, the Genesis brand has only been around since 2015. They truly are the new kids on the block, but you know what? They're doing the business, and they're doing it in a big way with their SUV lineup now. Now, on the heels, hot on the heels of this GV80 is the smaller compact GV70. But what I want to do with this review is we have the top dog, we got twin turbo V6 power, we got all-wheel drive. I want to compare this to the new upcoming vehicle from Acura, that MDX Type S. May not seem like the perfect comparison, but I've been getting a lot of you since we've seen the MDX Type S in person finally asking Genesis or Acura MDX Type S. So let's go ahead. We got this GV80. It's fully loaded. Let's dive in and see, is it the vehicle? Is it that SUV? Does it have enough sport? Does it have enough performance? Does it have enough luxury to go up and beat the new upcoming Acura MDX Type S? Let's go ahead and find out. First of all, loving the color. This blue really fits it. I'm not so sure though it's better than Apex Blue. Apex Blue from Acura is one of my favorite blues from any brand, but this one right here is definitely showing that class and a little bit of sportiness to it. Now, when we start at the front of the business, you are gonna get LED headlights. Just like on the MDX, LED daytime running lamps and turn signals. If you're looking for the most unique appearance, this is definitely gonna be it. This is Bentley Bentayga-esque right at the front of the start of this GV80. Now, as we drop down, you do have functional side air curtains. And the good news is on the Type S, you also are gonna get some functional side air curtains, but I really like the cleaner design that they did, especially the way they took this horizontal bar that kind of extends out, it's body colored and flows into that corner vent. You can see the rest of the sculpting that they did. There's a little bit of chrome finish on the bottom portion. I would have liked to have seen this be a blacked out chrome or dark chrome finish, would have really add that extra sportiness to it, but definitely very, very unique. Little bit of gloss black along the bottom. Now, as we come across that center grille, if you're saying to me, Joe, who's got the bigger grille? Genesis wins hands down. They have one of the largest grilles I've ever seen on any vehicle. It's almost like, where's the front fascia? It's just grill. But on the GV80, it fits it. Love the crisscross pattern design. Of course, you're gonna have a forward-facing camera. And the great news is you don't have any of that plastic cover. Everything technology-wise has been brought into the lower grille section, which is also functional as well, but very, very wide and very, very aggressive in a like luxury stylish way. Now, when we get up onto the hood, of course, you're gonna get that Genesis badge, taking some style from Aston Martin, taking some style from Bentley, but that's okay. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. They do clean, ultra clean style on that hood design, and I'm so glad it's not like the GV70 where you get that overbite. The hood ends and then the front fascia and grille area begins a lot cleaner. And you could clearly see the height difference from where the fender is to where the hood is. Really, really nice style. Now, when we go and around the corner here, what are we dealing with on our particular one? 22-inch wheels. 22-inch wheels. Nice, tasteful design, 5-spoke. I like the way they did these ornamental elements to it just to kind of bring out some style in the wheel. Now, if you're comparing this to the Type S, the MDX Type S, the MDX has a 21-inch wheel, a little bit more sportier wheel, but this one is larger, 22-inch wheel. You could see those massive 6-piston calipers. You're only getting 4-piston calipers on the MDX Type S. This has 6-piston calipers with the Genesis name on it. And if you're wondering, Joe, well, what's the size of this tire. 265 on the width, 40 series sidewall. Looks really clean. You got adaptive dampers all four corners, depending on the different modes you go into, and of course the all-wheel drive to keep you planted to the ground. Now, as we continue down the side, this really is one of the sexiest styling cues I've ever seen. Not meant to look like fake vents, just style, and the way they took the side marker lights and made them LED. We got the hazards on so you can see them flashing, looking good. Color matched on the mirror cap. We got 360-degree cameras. You're gonna have some bright, shiny metalwork, both top and bottom around the windows. A little bit of shiny, bright metalwork on the door handles with some color match. And then the lower sill, they did bring the heaviest amount of shiny chrome finish. Would be nice to have a blacked out chrome finish. I think that would really just change the overall appearance. This one definitely is not looking, from the side at least, as sporty as the MDX Type S, but you are gonna get low roof rails, just like on the MDX Type S, working your way towards the rear. Nice, unique quarter window. The way they flare everything out in the back really shows that attention to detail and style. And as we come around the tail end of the business, just like we started, you're probably gonna get some of the most creative taillights in the business. LED, split level design with the GV80 badge. Wiper, let's talk about this. We're gonna have to zonk it, just like on the MDX Type S. You got plenty of room under here. I mean, I could fit a baseball under here. That's how much room there is. But I do like the nice, long, low roof spoiler. This spoiler actually extends a little bit further than the Type S. You got the Genesis branding, four-wheel drive. Of course, like I said, we got twin turbo power. And then as we work all the way to the bottom, tasteful exhaust outlets. Now, these are decorative trim rings, but I like the way they kind of mimic the shape of the grille. But let's be honest, if we're comparing it to the MDX Type X exhaust, love those active exhausts a lot more. Quad tip / cut. Let's go ahead though, let's pop the hood and talk numbers on this Genesis GV80. All right guys, we got the hood popped. You do have the strengthening of the front end with the attachment from the shock top mount to the front end of the business. But what are we looking at? Underneath the hood, tasteful engine cover. It lets you know that it's twin turbo, and it lets you know that it's twin turbo twice. Loving the engine cover, loving the engine compartment better in this Genesis GV80 than the Acura MDX Type S. But what are we looking at? We're looking at 3.5 liters of twin turbocharged V6 goodness, 375 horsepower. So if you're saying, well, Joe, how much horsepower does the MDX Type S have? It has a single turbo 3-liter V6 with a single turbo 355 horsepower. So you're getting 20 more horses under the hood of this GV80, 391 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. MDX Type S has a 10-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. Top speed around 150 miles an hour. The GV80 weighs 5,009 pounds. MPGs, 18 in the city, 23 on the highway. And what's also incredible are those brake rotors are 15 inches in diameter. So not only large calipers, but also large rotors, actually larger than the MDX Type S. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire this up and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this 2021 Genesis GV80, Tiger Woods' favorite SUV. Is it too soon for that? I'll see what you say. Put it in the comment section. But anyways, I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, we've been asking for this. We've been asking, should we get GV80? Should we wait for the MDX Type S? What do you think? Well, let's talk about price. MSRP for the way that this one is optioned is right around $66,700. Still no official pricing yet on the MDX Type S. It's gonna be close, but let's see what you get for your money here in this GV80 to the door panels. Loving the difference with the colors. So you're gonna get that navy blue with the stitch work. Love the dark wood. No veneer, no shine, some beautiful silver on that door handle, great looking speaker grill covers, and then you're gonna get this Art Deco style in the center with the silver trim and then that tan stitching and diagonal flow. Very, very seductive with the way that they did that. Now, door pocket's a little tight. You could go probably cold cut combo, but just hold any onions or pickles. We also have the optional Lexicon premium sound system. Remember, when you go Acura, you could go Mark Levinson. So it's the battle of Mark Levinson versus Lexicon. Sounds like a Transformers movie. But anyways, going from the door panel to the dash, that wonderful navy blue soft touch, the stitching. Look at the way they did the AC vents. Everything is hidden. Everything is sunken in very nicely. The silver trim, they even did silver trim around the door handle for the glove box. While we're down here, you want to see stitching? Look at this. Look at the diamond pleated stitching for your knee pad. You're not going to get that in the MDX Type S. So really, the level of luxury is super high in this thing. Talk about infotainment, you go big in this GV80. Bigger than the MDX. So MDX has a 12.3-inch screen. This has a 14.5-inch screen. And another thing is, this is a touch screen. You don't get that with the MDX Type S, MDX regular, any of them. So you got your navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I can bring up all the different icons for the swipe features. You got quiet mode. I can adjust AC. Very intuitive, very easy to use. Go into your seat controls. Look at that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Go right back to home, right back to map. That's all you need. Oh, let's show backup camera. Going into backup camera, look how clear that resolution is. You got trajectory, you got your 360. That's a nice touch. I could also go, look, there we are. Too bad it's not blue though. I am gonna zonk that's not blue. It's gray. I didn't want a gray GV80. We got a blue one. So make that blue, but it is nice to have that ability to see the different angles, and it's very easy to use, and you just put it right back in the park. Boom. You got your dual climate control, that TFT display, heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. Easy to get to all these controls. You got the wood trim, open it up, wireless charging, 2 USBs, close that up, open this door, you got your 2 cup holders, your Genesis key fob, flip it around, nice silver buttons. You got that park assist where you can move the car in and out of tight parking spots. And then you're gonna have your direct drive control knob, and you got your rotary control knob here for that 8-speed automatic, your different drive modes, and then you have the perfect Twinkie storage area. Put 7 Twinkies in there, lucky number 7, and you'll have your snacks, nice soft material, bombs away. We got felt lining galore in here. You can put those porcelain little bunny rabbits that your grandmother gave you and you promised never to break, put them in there. Seats, the leather, Napa leather with the piping, the pleated stitching, electric controls for the passenger and the driver, and you have the chauffeur control. So I could actually move the seat right there, and that split setup for the panoramic sunroof and Alcantara material. But why don't you come over to the business end? I got a funky steering wheel I want to show you with in this GV80. Guys, business time behind the wheel of this GV80. Where you're not going to get some of the fine touches is definitely when it comes to the driver's side. Now, there's no ambient lighting in the sill or really anywhere in the vehicle. And then steering wheel has got to be the biggest zonk. I don't know if they were going for 1980 station wagon, but they definitely succeeded. The MDX Type S steering wheel, right out of an NSX, way more sexy, way better to look at. You do have small paddles on the back of the steering wheel. They're a lot smaller than the MDX to go up and down that 8-speed automatic. And then the dash, guess what? It's easy peasy the same, because you're gonna get 12.3 inch on the MDX Type S, 12.3 inch on this Genesis. The only difference is the Genesis has a 3D setup. It's a little gimmicky, to be honest with you. I actually like the clarity in the MDX Type S a lot more, and you're getting better drive modes. You do have your different drive modes in here, sport, normal, custom, and so on and so forth, but you're getting a little bit more when it comes with the MDX Type S. at least mode selective wise. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna enjoy this GV80. All right, guys, we're in the back seat, and what's great is you're gonna get a lot of space, a lot of luxury, nice, clean surfaces. You do have some tight pockets. You could easily put a couple Auntie Anne's pretzels in here, get some cinnamon and sugar. You got your rear AC vents, heated seats, and ventilated seats, which is a wonderful, nice touch. Simple controls, same as up front. And we have 2 USBs and a home power source. Like the way they got covers, easy to use. Can we move the seats? Of course, you can electrically move the seats. So we have electric mid-row. Can we go back? Of course, we could recline. Look how far back it goes. Plus, nice style on the armrest. It is a little hard, and the reason why is because you have your cup holders built into the actual armrest, but the level of fit and finish and luxury is extremely high, especially in this back seat. But let's get into the cargo area and see what you think about this GV. All right, guys, time to get in that cargo area. Watch this. You're just gonna hit the button, elbow button, electric assist, opens right up. What I love about the GV80 is you get to have your cake and you could eat it too, because you could go 3-row like the MDX Type S is, or you could go like ours is option, just a 2-row. What it does is it really maximizes that rear cargo space area. So with the seats up, you're looking at well over 30 cubic feet of space. Fold the rear seats down, 84 cubic feet of space. On the driver's side, you'll notice that we have buttons to allow those seats to fold down. I like the way they put some silver trim. You got a 12 volt for the tailgating. You got your rear speakers. We got a little bit of a emergency kit. And then if you are bored, go ahead and read all the different levels of the Genesis handbook in this nice holder so it doesn't go anywhere. Really nice to have not only a tall amount of space, but also wide. But why don't we go ahead? We got 375 horsepower. We got all-wheel drive. Let's take this GV80 for a little spin. All right, guys, we're in this Genesis GV80. As you can see, typical Florida weather. One second it's sunny, next second it's overcast, and another second it's raining. But the great news is we still are gonna do on throttle, and it'll really be able to showcase the all-wheel drive system that's in this Genesis GV80, with the roads being a little wet. But right away, when you get behind the wheel of one of these, you feel the comfort, you feel good. You got those corner mirrors that come on when you use your turn signals, which are really nice. And everything is well within reach, easy to get to. Now I'm gonna come to a complete stop. It is sprinkling quite a bit, but like I said, I wanna showcase that all-wheel drive in this GV80. But if you're ready, let me get rid of that pesky auto start-stop feature. I have it in sport mode. You can tell by the way the gauges are, and let me switch it so you can literally see. So there's comfort, and now we're in sport. And if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Gets the power down, no slip, all grip. Nice shifts from that 8-speed automatic. I think the one thing I'm gonna zonk that I would like to see in this Genesis GV80 is the Sport Plus mode that they've added to the GV70 and the G70 sedan. That mode really separated itself from regular sport. So I would like to see that, but definitely the way that this one has been tuned, you are getting the power to the ground very effectively. And that's obviously what you want when you're driving a vehicle with all-wheel drive. As you can see in Florida, people like to just roll on out. Gotta make sure that you come to a complete stop at the stop sign. But I really love those corner cameras. It allows you to see the blind spots very nicely. You got that massive 14.5-inch infotainment display. Soft leather on the steering wheel. I just don't like looking at it. Just not a very sexy steering wheel. But like I said, this nice, no glare, no veneer wood finish is very tasteful. And I'm starting to fall in love with this two-tone blue and tan. But let's do on throttle again. On throttle, here we go. Look at that, just grips. It's interesting because even though we haven't driven the MDX Type S, we have done the TLX Type S, and I really feel that it's going to be a very close comparison performance-wise, even with the horsepower difference. So definitely looking forward to getting behind the wheel of that SUV, but the brakes work great in this GV80. Very nicely done. You got the auto rain sensing wipers. Come on automatically. On throttle, here we go. On the brakes, feeling good. Even with it being damp, turn it into a corner, get back on throttle, and you're just off and running. I mean, it's that good of a system. So I definitely applaud Genesis with their all-wheel drive system. I would just like a little bit more when it comes to the sports side of things. Like I said, the dark chrome finish, I would like a Sport Plus mode. I think it really would be nice to have that, and a little bit sportier steering wheel. But hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel of what the Genesis GV80 is about. Sound deadening's awesome and on point. Very, very serene, very quiet, and definitely it's a looker. It gets the attention, good attention, that you like to have, especially when you get your Genesis GV80 all brand new. You like to have people look and be like, wow, what is that? But anyways, we're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day with this Genesis GV80. Definitely want to thank everybody with Genesis USA for allowing Raiti's Rides access to this press fleet vehicle. So what do you think? Would you go with this GV80? Would you go MDX Type S? I know we still are awaiting getting behind the wheel and going on throttle in that MDX Type S, but boy, oh boy, is Genesis bringing some business, especially under that hood with this GV80. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comment section, but if you're new to the channel, on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the first link, become a Raiti's Rides subscriber, just like you are now. Click that second link, get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She's holding it down. She's keeping me in line. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.